So today we are going to talk about ZOS. ZOS is a electronic discount token system. The way to think about ZOS is like a discount card. Now, you've been to many stores. Probably you've been to Barnes and Noble, Macy's, right?
Right.
CVS, Walgreens. Do you have few discount cards yourself, Aaron?
Yeah, I have a Kroger card for my grocery store and a couple of discount cards to some, various stores around the place.
Yes. So the idea is same. So ZOS, you can think of it as a discount card for airdrop stack. Now at airdrop stack, we offer airdrops as a service. What I mean by that is, we provide everything related to airdrop of a token on the EOS main chain. So this would range from designing smart contracts to token design to providing the resources to airdrop the tokens onto the EOS account holders. So we take care of it from end to end, and whatever fees you can pay us with ZOS and get a discount. So the concept behind that is no different from using your Kroger card, for example. You go and use your Kroger card, you get a 5% discount or 2% discount or whatever the margin there is. But in our case with ZOS, if you use ZOS for payment, you get 50% discount in 2019, 25% discount in 2020, and 13% discount forever afterwards. So it's a great deal. You cannot beat a deal like this. So the services that we offer, as I told you, at airdrops, we have all these different services that we offer. And the reason this all started is because we wanted to develop a tool which enables us to use our resources again and again. So I'm going to share the screen here. So let's see here. So we are the second largest holders of RAM on the EOS mainnet. Now to do airdrops, you need RAM on the EOS mainnet. So as you can see here, we are the second largest holders of RAM. Now having this much RAM in our account, is not useful for anyone unless we can use it. Right. And the problem with airdrops is once you airdrop a token, that token usually stays in the account for a long period of time. People don't do anything with those tokens. And in general, the RAM that's used to airdrop the tokens are lost. Maybe you'll recover a small percentage over a long period of time. There is no predictable way to recover the RAM, which is one of the precious resources on the EOS mainnet. So if you take this, for example, so this is called Everpedia, and they airdropped a token called IQ. So this airdrop was done in July or early August, and they used, and as you can see here, 36 megabits of RAM. Now, after 6 months, still 97% of the RAM is occupied. That means whatever they paid for this whole amount of RAM is there for a long, long period of time until people do something with their tokens. So we had to develop a new tool so that we can recover the RAM in a predictable manner. And that's how this idea of airdrop as a service came about. Now, we developed a tool for this, and that's called the claimable token. And we have open sourced this just recently. So this is available for everyone or anyone to use. Now, we use this tool specifically to airdrop from our account. So we use this tool to airdrop any token. We can airdrop any token to EOS mainnet account holders, and then we can recover the RAM in a predictable manner. And that was the whole purpose of this project. Now, ZKS was our first proof of concept project. So we did the airdrop for this back in November. And we are going to do a reclaim for ZKS very soon, probably in the next couple of weeks. Now, all the token all the accounts that have ZKS, unless they have done something with the token, then it will be reclaimed back to us. So the airdrop that we do, is different from the airdrop that happens usually on the US mainnet. For example, if you go here, so let's take any account, for example. So ZKS tokens or for you. So this is our token contract. But if you see here, there are no tokens here. So let's take another example. This is another account. Yes, so if you see here, there are so many tokens here. Luck, FGIO, Bean. So all these airdrops are the usual airdrops. That means, someone purchased the RAM to do these airdrops, and they airdrop these tokens onto the account holders. Now, the RAM is paid by the person who did the airdrop. And until we do something with these tokens, the ownership of the RAM doesn't change. Now, if I'm going to send this token to an exchange or send it to another account, then I take ownership of the RAM, and the RAM that was used by the issuer is released back to them. So when we use the claimable token, our airdrop is different in the sense, the tokens that you have ZKS in the wallet is there only until you do something with it. So you have to claim. When we say claim, it is doing anything with the token, sending it to another account, sending it to an exchange, sending a small amount to the token contract. Any type of activity with the token contract will change the ownership of the RAM to you, and then the token becomes you are the owner of the token. But if you don't do that, we are going to reclaim the token back. So that means we get our RAM back, and which we can use it for other airdrops. So ZKS was our first proof of concept, which went well. We learned many things by doing that, and we also did another airdrop with the higher wipes, and from those experiences, we learned a few things. So the lessons that we learned from higher wipes as well as ZKS airdrop is something that was very important to us. Now, when we developed this tool, we were so much excited that we have this new tool that we can use, and we can do these airdrops again and again. We can do an airdrop every day for a whole year. We have that much resources at hand, and we were excited with this breakthrough in terms of what we can do. But we forgot the big picture. We forgot why projects do the airdrop in the first place. They're not doing the airdrop to use the tool that we created. They are doing the airdrop to engage the community, to get users into their project. And that's the lesson that we learned from our previous two experiences. So ZOS is a discount token, and you can think of it as a discount card, but it's also a proof of concept project at many levels. At one level, we want to demonstrate our flagship product. So ZOS is an example of how you can do an airdrop very well. So ZOS airdrop is not the usual airdrop. We have a whole system of whole process for this. I'm going to share the screen again. So we have a whole year. So this ZOS airdrop is going to happen over a period of 12 months. So we're going to do the first airdrop probably the end of January. We are going to give 6 weeks for people to claim the token. If they don't, we are going to reclaim the tokens back. Then we are going to repeat the airdrop sometime in June, and the last one sometime in November or December. So we're going to do 3 airdrops over a period of 12 months. Now, these 3 airdrops are not going to happen in isolation. So we have 10 Medium articles which are going to be published before and after these drops. There's going to be 3 videos that we will do explaining what the project is about. And also there is going to be an ability to air grab the token throughout this 12-month period. Now, in addition to that, if people are either doing an air grab or claiming the token, we are going to reward them with additional tokens during the subsequent airdrops. So this is a whole process. So the airdrop that we did previously was just an isolated one-time drop, which is not the best thing to do. But if you want to do an airdrop in a proper way and engage the community for a long period of time, we believe this is the right approach. And ZOS is a demonstration or a proof of concept for our flagship product. Now, the cost of this whole process is going to cost at this point. We came up with this point, the calculated price for this whole process is about 14,000 EOS. Now, if you pay with ZOS, you're going to get a discount of 50%, which is going to be around 7,000 EOS worth of tokens. So that's the idea behind the ZOS. How do I, you removed it, Aaron? Okay.
I got you. Yeah.
Now, so that's one proof of concept in terms of how we can engage the community over a prolonged period of time. Now, in addition to these Medium articles and the YouTube videos, there is also going to be analytic reports about the results of our airdrop and the level of engagement by the community. So with each airdrop and reclaim, we are going to refine the process and try to include as many people from the community as possible, because the end goal of all this is to have more people in the project, and that's what we are demonstrating with ZOS. Now, we took while designing this token, we took some inspiration from Binance Coin, which is the BNB, which is the world's largest crypto exchange. So this token is somewhat unique. Now, when you pay us in ZOS for the services that we provide, all the fees that we receive is going to be sent to a burn account. And these tokens will be burned in a verifiable manner on the blockchain. Now, we are going to burn up to a maximum of 50% of the supply. The max supply for ZOS is 10 billion. Out of that, 5 billion will be burned eventually. Now, to start with, there are many smart contracts associated with the ZOS project. So the first one is the token contract, which will hold all the details about who owns the tokens, etc. The second one is a ZOS corporate, which will hold 5 billion ZOS tokens. Now, these tokens are locked and kept out of circulation. Every quarter, we determine how much ZOS we received in fees and how many ZOS we burned, and we release a equivalent amount from this locked account into the free circulation. So this is a way of increasing value for the token, as well as giving something back to the token holders. So that's our, and then there is going to be a third smart contract in which can exchange EOS for ZOS at multiples of 1,000. Suppose you are a project and you want to use this for doing the smart contract design or for doing the airdrop, and you want us to pay us in ZOS. Maybe you need to buy 10 million ZOS. Now, these tokens may be listed in some exchanges, may not be listed in some exchanges. We are not worried about listing in exchanges, but we are providing a smart contract where you can exchange EOS at a fixed multiple. One EOS can be exchanged for 1,666 ZOS tokens, and this is a fixed ratio. And this smart contract will hold 4 billion ZOS for use. So whenever a project wants to use this, they don't need to go in search of some exchange trying to figure out how to get this large amount of tokens. We're always going to be able to provide that tokens to them at a fixed price. So it's not that they don't have to worry about the variations. The price may go up, price may go down. It should not matter. If this is listed in some exchange, then there may be a possibility that it will be traded at a lower price than what we are exchanging, which is good. So they can go and buy from an outside exchange if they want to, but our smart contract will give them this fixed exchange ratio for the foreseeable future, at least until the tokens that are in the smart contract are depleted, which may be a while because it's going to hold 4 billion tokens.
Right.
So that's the main features of ZKS. The unique features, this is the first time that somebody is using a discount card token on the EOS blockchain. It's the first time that somebody is engaging the community for a whole period of 1 year. It's the first time that someone is burning the tokens in a verifiable manner on the blockchain. We are first for many things. So that's exciting. That's exciting that we are able to do this for the EOS community. Any questions from either of you?
So I know that we talked about the timeline, but could you repeat when people will be able to get their hands on ZOS?
Yes. So the smart contracts are almost ready. We are planning to do the airdrop on maybe the end of January or the first week of February. But if you are a project and you're using our services, the smart contract to exchange EOS to ZOS is already ready. Or at least it will be in the next couple of days. So you can get the ZOS to pay us right now if you want to. But if you want to wait for the airdrop, it's going to be the first airdrop. It's going to be the end of the month. Again, the airdrop that's going to happen is different. So it has to be, the token that you receive has to be claimed. If you don't claim those tokens, it will be reclaimed after a period of 6 weeks. And then there's going to be another airdrop in June, and there's going to be a third airdrop in December. We also have several promotional activities lined up, which we'll be sharing the details soon. But you can expect lots of promotional activities during this one year period, where the whole idea behind all these activities would be to engage as many members of the community as possible. So at the end of this whole year period, everyone in the community should be aware of our project and what we do and what these tokens are for, and hopefully they would take part in this process. And if we succeed in that, then we have demonstrated what's possible. So if you want to do the airdrop right, you know whom to call. You better call Airdrop Stack.
For sure. How many tokens will users receive during those airdrops? Has that been decided, or?
Yes. So the first airdrop is going to be a small number. We are going to do the airdrop for the whole account. So if you right now, if you go to the, let me share my screen again here. If you go to the EOS Flare, it should give you the total number of accounts. So it's probably somewhere in the range of 650,000. So let's see. Total number of accounts. Total number of accounts is around 650,000 total number of accounts. So we're going to airdrop to all these accounts. So it doesn't, there is no threshold. With ZKS, we had a threshold of a 0.1 EOS balance, but here there is no threshold. So every account is going to get a fixed number of ZOS. We have not decided the amount yet, but it's going to be a small number considering we are dropping on so many accounts. But the second airdrop is going to be much more targeted. That means depending on how people react to this first airdrop. If you are the one who went and claimed this airdrop, you engaged with us in some way, joined our Telegram chat, or participated in the project, you will be getting more tokens in the second round, and also more tokens in the third round. So the more active you are with us, the more tokens you get down the line, and that's one of the concepts in this year-long engagement. So the first drop is going to be a small number. We're probably in the range of maybe 100 tokens per account, irrespective of what the balance is. So there is no threshold. So as long as you have a account on EOS mainnet, you will be able to receive a fixed amount of ZOS on the first round. Now the second round, it will be different. So if you don't claim your tokens, you may not receive this in the second round. So that's something to keep in mind.
So maybe you can tell us how to claim the tokens.
Yes. So claiming is doing anything with the token. So if let's say, I'm going to share this back. So let's say, you received this token in your, generally, you can use any wallet, but let's take the Block Explorer, for example. So we'll take this, we are going to go with the CKS redeem CPU account. There were a few tokens there, right? Yes, so we have all these tokens here. Let's say, just like this, the token that we airdrop will show up on your account. Now from here, you need to go to a wallet. We recommend Toolkit, but you can use any wallet of your choice. Now to log in, you will need Scatter. Scatter is an interface between the blockchain and the wallet. Now to attach account, you will need Scatter installation. Once you do that, you go down to the left-hand side, transfer tokens. So now there are three options. You can send the token to another account if you have a second account. You can send it to an exchange if you want to sell some of it. Or you can send it to, we will also have a claim button, which will be probably under a section here. So if you go down here, in the claim section. So there will be a button here that you click on, which will execute the claim action on the blockchain. So there will be several options that you can that you have to claim the account. So in general, the idea is you do something with the token. You send it to an exchange, you send it to another address, you send a small amount to the token contract, or you hit the or you click on the claim button on our portal, or you use the EOS toolkit to use the claim function. So any one of those should not take more than 1 minute of anyone's time. Should be able to give the tokens for you for as long as you want to keep it. But if you don't do anything with it, it's going to be taken back. It's going to be reclaimed after a 6-week period.
Okay, so it's
Great.
important to do so. Okay.
Yes.
Which exchanges will support the airdrop? Do we know yet?
No, we are not. We have not contacted any exchanges, and we have no intention to do so. If somebody wants to list the tokens, they can. If not, we are not worried about listing, because ZOS is not for speculation. If you do speculate, there is a very significant chance that you will probably lose the amount you're speculating. It's just like, think about it. You would not go and buy a Kroger discount card, thinking its value is going to go up tomorrow, right? You're buying the card because you're going to get a discount from Kroger. It's the same idea. You should not buy ZOS with the intention that it's going to go up in the future. You're buying ZOS to pay us to get a discount on the services that we provide. This is the same idea. So we strongly discourage speculation. And if somebody does speculate thinking the value is going to go up, there's a very significant chance that they will lose the money, because ZOS is ultimately tied to the airdrop stack. The success of this token depends on the success of airdrop stack project. If we are not successful, there's nothing is written in stone. If you're not successful, the token will have no value at all. And you would not do that in real life with your Kroger card. So you should not do that with ZOS tokens. So that's about exchanges. But we always have the smart contract, and that exchanges EOS to ZOS. So if you are a project and you want to use our services and you want to pay us in ZOS, there is always a place where you can go and get the number of tokens that you need. Now, our case is unique in the sense that, for example, so let's take this example. The cost for doing the ZOS, if ZOS was an external project, the cost for doing this would be 7,000 EOS. Now, 7,000 EOS times 1,666 times 6666 will give you 11,666,666 tokens, ZOS tokens. So that's how much you would need to do what we are doing for ZOS. Now, obviously, even if it's listed on some exchange like NewDex, if you want to go and buy 11 million tokens, the price will suddenly go quite high. You won't be able to get it at a fixed price. And that's what we are going to avoid with the smart contract. So we have the smart contract that always exchanges 1 EOS for 1,666.6666 ZOS tokens. So that's a fixed exchange rate, and you can only exchange multiples of 1,000. That means if you want 7,500 EOS worth of tokens, for example, you may have to buy 8,000 worth of ZOS, because there is no fraction. So the exchange is at multiples of 1,000.
That makes sense.
Is that clear, Aaron?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So, I mean, there may be opportunities for arbitrage. So if it's indeed listed on some exchange, it will probably be trading at a lower price. So then, you can buy whatever you can from these exchanges, but you would still not be able to buy 11 million tokens. So you would probably need to buy some from our smart contract and some from the exchanges if it's available at a lower price. Whatever works for you. We want you to get the maximum discount. That's our goal.
That makes sense. Thanks, Michael.
So that's our ZOS project in brief. Any further thoughts, questions?
Do you have anything, Mike?
I think it's all pretty clear, but at the end we can also bring up how much is the discount, so it goes.
Oh yes, for this year, so we have a sliding scale. For 2019, the discount is 50%. So the cost of doing this 1 year long engagement, which is our flagship product, is about 14,000 US. So this year, you can do it for 7,000 US if you pay in ZOS. So the discount is 50% this year. It's going to be reduced to 25% in 2020 and 13% afterwards from 2021 forever. As long as the world is there, you will get a discount of 13% from us.
That's good.
As long as we are providing those airdrop services for you.
Discount, you need to. If you want to have a lifetime discount, you need to get it.
Yes. So if you hold the tokens, you can always be assured that you will get this 13% discount from us, for all our services.
Yeah, I think that's.
But the maximum discount is now, because we are just launching. We are giving you 50% discount, and it is like getting 50% discount in Kroger, for example. You would see how many people would rush in there, right?
Yeah, exactly. So 1 full year, 50%. That's a big thing.
I didn't hear you, Martina. You got cut off there.
I said that 1 full year for 50%. That's a big thing.
Yes. Because we want to. Our whole goal is to. We want by the time we are done with this 1 year engagement, we want everyone to know about our project and everyone to have some of our tokens in their hand. It's up to each person to decide whether they want to keep it, sell it. If you're not using it, probably you should sell it. But it's entirely up to your decision. But as long as everybody knows what this token is for and what the project is about, we would have achieved our goal, and we would consider it as a success.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we should
Excellent.
follow all the updates website and on.
Well,
yes. So the website is going to be part of airdropstack.com. There's going to be details coming there soon. Now from there, we are going to have a portal. This portal is going to have all the things that's related to ZOS as well as ZK. So we want to have one place where you can redeem your ZKS, you can buy ZOS if you need to, you can claim your tokens if you need to. All these different features that we have between the two of our proof of concept projects, we want to bring them under one portal. So it will be very easy for people to come into the portal and do everything that they need to do.